So dear friends, in this module, we will do the hands-on with LangChain agent. And in today hands-on, we will use Gemini API version. And in this notebook, we will create an intelligent agent which will use LangChain and Google Gemini API instead of OpenAI. So first of all, we need to install the required library. And what are those required library and how we will install those library, that is written here. Okay, so to install the library, we have written a code pip install LangChain Google Chain AI. After that, the second library, that is LangChain. After that, API as CPU. After that, LangChain community, and after that, DuckDuckGo search. Okay, so what is the role of each library? We will see one by one. So LangChain, Google, Gen AI. What is the role of this library? This library provides the integration between LangChain and Google Gemini API. That's why LangChain Google Gen AI library used, because it provides the integration between LangChain and Google Gemini API. So what it does further? It allows you to use Gemini as the language model for your agent. Okay, I hope this concept clear your point. And the second library is LangChain. Why this library is used? This is the core LangChain library. Okay, this is the core LangChain library which provide the framework for building language model application. Whenever you have to build a language model application and you need a core functionality for your language model, then you have to install LangChain library there. Now the third library is FAISS CPU. So why it is used? This is a library for efficient similarity search and clustering of dense vector. Okay, so why this library is used? This library is used for efficient similarity search and clustering of dense vector. While it is installed here, it might not be directly used in the subsequent code provided. But you should remember what is the role of this library. Now the next library is LangChain community. So this library contains various community contributed components for LangChain. Okay, including integration with different tool and model. So this basically provide the community support to your LangChain model. And the next one is DuckDuckGo search. This is very important library. It provides a tool to perform web search using DuckDuckGo search engine. So DuckDuckGo is a search engine, okay, that will provide our agent a functionality to search from the internet, okay, which will be used by the agent to retrieve information. Okay, so I hope this explanation clear this explanation given you clear understanding about the library which is installed to create our agent. Okay, so I have installed all these agents and it took time. That's why I have already run this code and my library are installed when I have run this code. Okay, now step number 2, we have to set up our Gemini API key. Okay, for that purpose, you need to create a Gemini API key, Google Gemini API key, uh, and you need to put your Gemini API key here. Okay, you need to put your Gemini API key here. Okay, so like import OS, you can see import OS is written here. Okay, so what is the role of import OS here? The code import the OS module which provide a way to interact with the operating system. Okay, and after that you can see os.environment. We have given Google API key and now the value of Google API key. Okay, now in third step we have imported required LangChain library. We have imported required LangChain library. So this section of the code is where we import the necessary component from LangChain library and its related module to build our intelligent agent. So in beginning of our code, you can see we have already we have already installed which library? LangChain library we have already installed. Now it's time to import the component from LangChain library. So what are those components which we required while creating the agent? Okay, so from LangChain Google Gen AI import Chat Google Generative AI. So this is one component. Now the second component is from LangChain.agents import tool and initialize agent. This is the second component. And from LangChain.tools we have to import DuckDuckGo search run. Okay. So here imported we have imported required LangChain libraries and the component. Okay. So from LangChain Google Gen AI import Chat Google Generative AI. This line import the Chat Google Generative AI class. Okay. This class allow you to connect and interact with Google Gemini language model. Okay. So what is the role of this class? The class Chat Google Generative AI is used to connect and interact with Google Gemini language model, which will serve as the brain of our agent. Okay. Now, the second part is from LangChain.agents, we have imported tool and initialize agent. So this line import important component from the LangChain agent module. So the first important component is tool. So what is the role of this tool? The tool class is used to define a specific capability or function that our agent can use. So in this case, we will use it later to define a search tool. Now the second component is initialize agent. The initialize agent function is used to set up and configure the agent itself. Okay, it combine the language model, that is LLM, and the tools. That's why initialize agent is used. Now you can see third part, like from LangChain.tools we have imported DuckDuckGo search run. So this line import the DuckDuckGo search run class. And what is the role of this class? This class provide a predefined tool that allow the agent to perform search using DuckDuckGo search engine. This is a convenient way to add search functionality to our agent without having to implement the search logic ourselves. Okay. Now, step number 4, we have to initialize the LLM. We have to initialize the LLM. For that purpose, we have written a code. This section initializes the large language model, that is also known as LLM, that our agent will use. In this case, we are using a model provided by Google Gemini API. Okay. And what is that model? That is Gemini 2.0 Plus. Okay. And here the code LLM. This is a variable that will hold our initialized language model object. And Chat Google Generative AI, what is the role of this component? This is a class from the LangChain Google Gen AI library. It is specifically designed to interact with Google Generative AI models like Gemini models, and our Gemini AI model is Gemini 2.0 Plus. So to interact with this model, we have used Chat Google Generative AI. Okay, and here you can see we have used the Gemini 2.0 Plus model. Okay, now in next line of code, you can see we have added a search tool, that is DuckDuckGo search tool. Okay, so this section of the code focus on integrating a search capability into the agent. This allow the agent to look up information online whenever you have to find, you have to search a live information from internet, then you have to use the Go search tool, which is essential for answering questions that require up-to-date knowledge. Okay, so you can see the code search equal to DuckDuckGo search run. The first line is okay, search equal to DuckDuckGo search run. So the first line is an instance of DuckDuckGo search run class. And what is the role of this class? This class, part of language community library, provide a way to perform searches using the DuckDuckGo search engine. The result of this line is that a DuckDuckGo search run object is created and assigned to the variable search. Okay, this object is now ready to be used to perform search. Okay, and we are using search tool equal to name search tool, and function equal to search dot run, and description search current information using DuckDuckGo. Okay, so here we will see the code meaning. The second part of the code creates a tool object which is fundamental building block in LangChain for defining a specific capability in an agent case use. And the name equal to search tool, this assign a unique name to the tool. Okay, the agent will use this name to refer to the tool when deciding which action to be taken. And the function equal to search dot run, this is the core of the tool functionality. Okay, function equal to search dot run, this is the core of the tool's functionality. It specifies what the role of the tool, what is done by the tool, okay, or what the tool touch. Here it is set to search dot run, which is the method on DuckDuckGo search object that actually execute the search query. Okay, and description equal to search current information using DuckDuckGo. So this provide a description of the tool purpose. Okay, now the sixth line of code. Okay, now sixth step of this process is to initialize the LangChain agent with Gemini. Okay, to initialize the LangChain agent with Gemini. For that purpose, we have written the code tools equal to search tool and agent equal to initialize agent, and we have given tools equal to tools LLM and agent type is equal to zero short react description and verbose equal to true. Okay, so first line of code is tools equal to search tool. What is the role of this line of code? So a list name tools is created containing the search tool object. This list will be provided This list will be provided to the agent, giving an access to the search functionality. Next line of code, initialize agent function is called to create an agent. Okay, so agent equal to initialize agent, tools equal to tools, LLM equal to LLM, agent type equal to zero short text description, verbose equal to true. Okay, now we will see the code one by one. Okay, why tool is used? So tool equal to tools, this argument is set to tools list we just created, provided the agent with available tool, in this case the DuckDuckGo search tool. Okay, and LLM, this is the set this is set to LLM object which represent the initialized Gemini language model that the agent will use for processing information and deciding which tool to be used. And agent type, what is the meaning of agent type? Agent type we have given zero short react description. So what is meaning of this code? This line specifies the type of agent to create, that is zero short react description. And what is the meaning of this zero short react description? It is a common agent type that is used by the language model, and it shows the language model ability to reason and react based on the tool description and input prompt. Okay, verbose equal to true, this means this setting is set on true, it enables verbose output, which means the agent will print out its thought process and action as it runs, making it easier to understand what is going on. Okay, so we can say that this code create an intelligent agent capable of doing the Gemini model to understand a request and then deciding whether to use DuckDuckGo search tool to gather relevant information before formulating the response. Okay, now step number 7, test of the agent. We will do test of the agent. Now in this section, we will test our agent. Okay, so our prompt is, what are the latest AI trends in healthcare? Summarize in 5 bullet points. And agent dot runs prompt. Okay, so what is the meaning of this code? This section of the code tests the LangChain agent that was initialized in the previous step. Okay, and the line which we have written, prompt equal to what are the latest AI trends in healthcare, summarized in 5 bullet points. So this line define a variable named prompt. Okay, a string containing the question what are the latest AI trends in healthcare and summarize in 5 bullet points. So this is string, okay, containing question, and is assigned to the variable. This is the query or instruction that will be given to the agent. Okay, now agent dot run prompt. So what is the meaning of this code? So this line calls the run method. Okay, so run method we have given prompt. Okay, so this line calls the run method of the agent object. The prompt variable is passed as argument to this method. This initializes the process where the LangChain agent will attempt to answer the question to fulfill the request contained in the prompt. And the agent will likely use the tools it has available. In this case, search tool. Okay, so agent will use search tool to find the necessary information and then use Gemini LLM to process and summarize the result according to the instruction in the input. Okay. So once we have run this code, you can see the output here, entering new agent executor change. Okay, our prompt was, what are the latest AI trends in healthcare? Summarize it in 5 bullet points. Okay, so this is the output, entering new generation chain. Observation, it is seems like artificial intelligence domain healthcare. This is first observation, this is second observation, and it has given here, you can see 5 headlines. It has given 5 headlines, and after that it has summarized our 5 headlines here. Okay, it has summarized our 5 headline here. Okay, so you can see we have created our agent using Gemini API and other library. Okay, so this is a hands-on with the LangChain agent using Gemini API. You can use the same code and use OpenAPI key as well to create your first LangChain agent. Okay. In the next lecture, we will see multiple how to create the multiple agents, and we will explain line by line like we have explained in this lecture. So till then keep exploring and keep learning machine learning and deep learning.